Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone has said or done something hurtful or disrespectful, and you've struggled to come up with a clever or effective response? Whether it's a rude comment from a stranger, a hurtful remark from a loved one, or a sarcastic jab from a colleague, it can be difficult to know how to handle these types of situations. Hello and welcome to Brainy Larks, where we empower you to reach your full potential. Fear not, with the right tools and strategies, you can learn to stand up for yourself and respond to disrespectful behavior in a way that is confident, assertive, and effective. In this video, we will explore a variety of comebacks and strategies that you can use to assert your boundaries, communicate your feelings, and handle difficult or disrespectful people with grace and poise. Here are 8 genuine types of comebacks that you might use in different situations. Number 1. Assertive comebacks. These are responses that clearly and directly express your thoughts, feelings, and boundaries. They are a way of standing up for yourself and letting the other person know that their behavior is not acceptable. It is important to be assertive, rather than aggressive, when using these comebacks. This means expressing your thoughts and feelings in a calm and respectful manner, rather than attacking or belittling the other person. For example, "I don't appreciate being spoken to disrespectfully," or "I am entitled to my own opinion." Number 2. Humorous comebacks. These are responses that use humor to diffuse tension and lighten the mood. They can be a helpful tool for handling difficult or uncomfortable situations, especially when the other person is being sarcastic or unpleasant. However, it is important to use humor in a way that is respectful and not hurtful or dismissive. For example, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was dealing with a comedian," or "I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was a comedy club," or "I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were in the middle of a roast. Do you have any other insults you'd like to hurl my way?" Number 3. Confident comebacks. These are responses that show confidence and self-assurance. They are a way of standing up for yourself and letting the other person know that you are comfortable in your own skin and not afraid to express yourself. Confidence can be a powerful tool when dealing with difficult or disrespectful people, as it can help you stand your ground and assert your boundaries without becoming aggressive or defensive. For example, "I am comfortable with who I am and I don't need your approval," or "I am confident in my own abilities and I don't need to prove myself to you." Number 4. Sarcasm comebacks. These are responses that use sarcasm to mock or mockingly mock someone. Sarcasm can be a way of diffusing tension or making a point in a light-hearted way, but it can also be hurtful or dismissive if used in the wrong way. It is important to use sarcasm carefully and consider whether it is an appropriate or helpful way to respond in a given situation. For example, "Oh great, because I was really looking forward to being lectured by you," or "Thanks for the insight, I'm sure I'll be sure to take your advice," or "Wow, I had no idea you were such an expert on the subject. Please, do tell me more." Number 5. Diplomatic comebacks. These are responses that seek to find a compromise or middle ground, rather than engaging in a back and forth of insults or comebacks. They are a way of trying to resolve conflicts or differences of opinion in a respectful and productive manner. For example, "I understand your perspective, but perhaps there is a way for us to find a solution that works for both of us," or "I see your point, but perhaps we can consider a different approach that addresses both of our concerns." Number 6. Redirecting comebacks. These are responses that change the focus of the conversation or redirect the other person's attention away from the issue at hand. Redirecting comebacks can be especially helpful when dealing with difficult or disrespectful people, as they can help to de-escalate the situation and shift the focus to a more productive or positive topic. For example, "I understand your point, but let's focus on finding a solution to the problem at hand," or "I see your point, but let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture." Number 7. Validating comebacks. These are responses that show the other person that you understand and acknowledge their perspective, even if you don't necessarily agree with it. Validating comebacks can help to de-escalate the situation and encourage the other person to see things from your perspective, as they show that you are willing to listen and consider their viewpoint. For example, I understand your point and I can see where you're coming from, but I have a different perspective, or, I see your point and I understand where you're coming from, but I have to disagree. Number 8. Educational comebacks. These are responses that provide information or context to help the other person understand your perspective or position. For example, I understand your point, but did you know that research has shown that? Or I see your point, but it's important to consider that. It is never easy to deal with disrespectful or rude behavior, but with the right strategies and comebacks, you can learn to assert your boundaries, communicate your feelings, and stand up for yourself in a confident and effective way. Remember to stay calm, be assertive, and choose your words carefully, and don't be afraid to seek support from trusted friends or loved ones if you need it. By standing up for yourself and setting clear boundaries, you can show others that you are not afraid to be true to yourself and that you will not tolerate being disrespected. So go forth and let your voice be heard. You deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and it is up to you to make sure that you get it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to tip us by hitting the like button. Share it with your friends so we can keep making them. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing videos. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our other videos for more tips and advice on health, wealth, motivation, and wellness.